actually just get the show started because
right.
I have a lot to say already. And I've only read 2 sentences.
And I've been watching 24 hours worth of video.
That's sick.
Right.
That people have to go through this because I'm just tired of court. That's why I haven't watched it, because I can't handle it no more. I can't do it.
I've only been to court a couple times for my situation. But I was only there for like maybe 2 hours at a time. But I will say watching like a real thing is pretty entertaining. It's like I'm not bored with it. Some of the people are like the lady that's on right now. She don't recall anything. So it's just a bunch of questions and I don't recall answers. So.
She don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But all right. We're back.
And
I'm not sick anymore. Yay.
Finally. We were supposed to record the day after.
I know.
But we've just been too busy for this.
Bullshitting.
Right. So, back at it again with Empire Talks. Lovely co-host.
It's me, CC the P.
CC the P.
The one and only.
And
he hates it.
It's growing on me. I'm getting used to it now. So, I guess I gotta do mine. This is Raymond. I just drew a whole blank now.
We gotta wait. Start over.
I just drew a whole blank. No, we ain't got. It is what it is. But this is me, Raymond, aka We Don't Talk About Bruno. Right. And today we're going to be talking about Johnny and Amber.
Yeah.
And Heard.
Right.
Their case that's going on. This might not be the entire episode, but we're for sure going to talk about it. Because, like I was just saying, I've watched 24 hours worth of video.
Yeah.
And she's
watched none.
Yeah. And I've just been talking her and my girl's ear off about this because it's crazy.
I don't know. I feel like this is common in a lot of marriages. But old girl was just waiting for her day to ruin this man's life. Because a lot of this stuff that they're going through is stuff that I went through in a marriage. Like the domestic abuse and the, like, recording each other. Like, he recorded me when I was drunk one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was drunk. But, like, as evidence. Or he would record, like, say the house was dirty. He would record, like, oh, she didn't clean the house today.
Okay, but why couldn't he clean the house?
Exactly. This is what they're doing.
Yeah.
And people get tit for tat after so long.
They really do. So, a brief of what I have watched, though. So far, I've watched up to the half of day 4.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, and half of day 4. And now I think they're on like day 9 or something right now. So I'm quite behind, but I've been watching every single word. So pretty much in a gist, what's going on right now is every witness that they brought up first say that Johnny and Amber, they seemed like a loving couple. They never seen any physical violence between each other. This is what everyone's saying.
Okay.
And for the most part, she's nice and he's a great person.
Of course he's a great person. Yeah. He's a Gemini.
But that doesn't matter. But
that's my dog.
Right. But they that's pretty much what everyone says in the beginning before like the grimy questions get asked.
So okay, wait. I just want to say this. You said you've watched how much of this? 4 days?
Yeah, about 24 hours worth.
And they said this is expected to last 6 weeks.
Oh shit. This is going to take a big part of my life if I keep up with it.
I don't even know. We're going to have to do like follow-up after follow-up on
this. Yeah. I mean, we could touch up on it every once in a while if y'all please and wish to hear our thoughts about it.
Yeah, because
but I'm for sure going to be sticking to every word that they say.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well since you're watching it.
Hey, sure. I know. So, but yeah, so pretty much she's a nice person. He's a great person. And then they do also say that a couple people said that she uses drugs, but pretty much everyone that knows Johnny says that he's used cocaine.
Well, he says that himself.
Yeah, exactly. But
he was like, I did it with Marilyn Manson and so and just a little bit.
Right. But, yeah. But that's another thing. They do say that it's not like a everyday or every week type thing. They were pretty much like, if it was like a big party, not even like a little one, but if it was a big one or a celebration after a movie, then he'll do a little bit. But
you know what? As long as the drugs aren't messing up your bag, which cocaine seems to not mess up people's bag for the most part. For the most part. Shit, let him do it. The fuck? I mean, that man, 58 years old and established his life. If he feel like he want to do some drugs, shit, he could celebrate now.
Well, I guess the main point of it is that her team is trying to use that against him as like that's why whatever she claims he did.
Now listen, if you're waking up, because I seen that picture that they had his little box with his initials on it, the little pill box. Then they had like 4 lines of cocaine on the table, a newspaper. If she's waking up with lines of cocaine on the table, you think she's not hitting them? Like, come on now. Definitely. You're not just walking around your house and there's lines bust down everywhere.
Right.
And you're not partaking. Like, I don't know. Because you wouldn't be with that type of person. You would be like, babe, this is too much for me.
Like I said, they said that she didn't use cocaine as much, but she used her type of drug. So she was also on drugs and stuff like that. But even then, it's like...
all of them were on pills and coke.
But you know what's funny about that pill box that you said? Because I didn't pay attention to any of this before I seen the videos on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But I guess now that you bring it up, the lady that is on right now, on day 4 that I'm listening to, she was his nurse. And she gave them the boxes with their name on it. It was their pill box. But it was all their prescribed medicine. Right. But
prescribed medicine.
Yeah, so pretty much.
That's how they killed Michael.
Right.
That's how they killed Prince. They coming for you, Johnny.
Exactly. I wouldn't doubt it. So my thing is, I do want to disclaimer. I'm fully on Johnny Depp's side.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah. I didn't even know much about it, but the way that this girl was recording was so malicious. Like, she recorded him smashing things. And it's just like him. You know what I mean? Yeah, and when people are like that, it's kind of like, what did you do? You feel me?
See, and that's the crazy part because apparently, well, from all her videos that she was taking of him, and then like she was trying to make a track record, the entire relationship. But with all these witnesses, come to find out, it was pretty much her starting everything.
I feel like her career wasn't taken off, or it wasn't going the way she wanted it to, so she was trying to ruin his.
But why would she get with him with the purpose of ruining his career? Because that's how I don't think that she
got with him for the purpose of ruining his career. I just feel like maybe it was some jealousy, because they said here that what she say, she started to experience backlash to her career, and she said he told me that I would be blacklisted.
Johnny told her that? Mm-hmm. Blacklisted for what? What did she do?
Like, you won't get any roles. Like, blacklisted in Hollywood.
Like, as a threat or a warning?
Yeah, like he was threatening her.
Oh.
But I feel like these are the things that she's saying to him.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of the things that she's recorded him to her, it's always coming out that she's either the one starting it, or it's really her to him. Mm-hmm. And then one of the witnesses was their couples therapist. Mm-hmm. And even the couple therapist said in couples when they would go together, because they would have together sessions and separate sessions. Mm-hmm. When they were together, she wouldn't allow him to talk at all. Amber wouldn't allow Johnny to talk pretty much at all. He'll get like 2 words out, and then she'll bombard him with just interrupting him and stuff. So it got to the point where the therapist pretty much was just like, we could do separate sessions and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, Johnny, he's super articulate, very smart. He explains everything very well. But when she's around, he can't talk. Like, he's just a turtle in a shell at that point.
And see, that's the issue with this case. Because I'm just reading, like, some of the things that he said she was doing to him. And now, there ain't no way any of the niggas that I'm with is going to allow me to slap them, shove them, throw a TV remote at their head, or throw wine in their face. You know what I'm saying? Like, why was he letting her do this? And then that's the part where it's kind of like, this is not easy to believe, because he was just letting her fuck him up.
I also have an answer for that. So the first witness was his sister.
Okay.
And I guess Foundation, they were talking about his past, when they were children and stuff like that. Apparently his mom was very abusive to their dad, her husband.
Oh, wow, okay.
And the mom, pretty much, that's why they say he married his mom, because his mom was just verbally and physically abusive to his dad, and his dad was the type to just leave it alone, walk away, let it happen. And then Johnny pretty much picked that up, and he was like that his life. Any confrontation, he'll just be like, whatever. And if he could, he would walk away. So that's pretty much what he did in his relationship. Once it got like that, he would try to leave it alone or walk away, de-escalate. But he never really had a voice when it came to altercations. So, but his mom would also do that to him and his siblings. I guess not so much physically, but just verbally, just always abuse.
But then when there's drugs involved, like cocaine, just the way that cocaine makes you feel, like somebody slap you, you're going to be like, bitch.
I don't know. I've never partaked in any drugs.
Either. But, yeah, no.
I don't know.
I can't see it happening. Like
I couldn't see. I mean, I understand because, like I said, I don't think I said it on camera, but I grew up where my dad wasn't nice to my mom. So, I grew up with the thought of never, like we discussed in the last one with us, don't put your hands on a woman pretty much regardless.
Right.
That's how I was raised because I seen my dad do that to my mom. So I was like, I would never do that to somebody that I love, and especially not a woman, period. But, I do understand where enough is enough. It gets too much, and then eventually you have a breaking point, and I guess he had a couple of those, and that's when she just took it and ran with it.
Right.
Because there is a breaking point to everybody regardless.
Yes.
So, once you push that limit, and then what I will also say is, once a person pushes you past that limit, it's so easy for that person to do it again, and do it again, and do it again, because your limit with them is even lower at that point.
Well, the way that, I'm a psychology major, if y'all don't know. So the way that you say that she like bombards his conversation, it sounds like she's a narcissist.
Yeah,
you feel me? She can't let nobody talk. She's only worried about her career. She's pointing the finger at only him. And I think maybe the name calling, because maybe he might not have been abusive, but he says he was calling her names.
Yeah.
So maybe that to her was taking her over the edge to where she was hitting him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she couldn't handle that shit, which is not right. But to be called a worthless hooker and shit like that, like...
I guess he calls her a cunt a lot. That's pretty funny, though.
That's not funny.
It's funny. Okay, I'm gonna try to put in a clip in here of his friend that testified.
She cut his finger off, huh? So
that's what they're talking about right now. The day 4 is what they're talking about right now is... how he got his finger cut off. And they're saying that people are saying something different. Someone said that she threw a wine bottle at him and it broke or something like that. I guess Johnny was the one that was really telling everyone that he cut it himself with a knife. And then I guess someone else said that he smashed it with something.
So what do you do at that point when it's mutual abuse? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's mutual abuse, then who gives a fuck? Like, drop this case. Y'all was both doing shit.
I mean, but I guess it depends on to the extent. Like, if I punch you and you punch me and that's it, call it even.
Okay.
But if you flick my finger one time and I beat the shit out of you, I should be held accountable for that because it's not equal at that point.
Yeah.
So,
but if you hurt me and I do whatever the hell I do to you after that, that's on you.
No, it has to have a limit. I feel like it's a equivalent give and take. If I flick you and you flick me, whatever, that's it. If I punch you, you punch. If it's the same eye for an eye. You know what I mean?
I'm about to die. Okay.
Get it together. So it's eye for an eye, but you can't. If I take your food and you try to kill me, that's way different. That's extreme.
Right.
But that's pretty much is as far as I'm concerned is what's going on is so another thing the psychiatrist is talking about is Amber Heard's ego is too much for her to handle.
She's a narcissist.
Yes. So Amber's admitted to the psychiatrist or whatever you want to call her, and that has already been on stand, that anytime Johnny does anything she doesn't like, she feels the need to hurt him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if it's name calling, not hanging out with him, anything that she feels, quote unquote, disrespected, she feels to take it to the next level is the only way to go about it.
That's how people start failing in marriages, though. Because I've felt like that. And I seen somebody, it was like Brittany Renner or B. Simone, somebody on their podcast said she never felt like killing somebody until she got married. And she was like, that's the craziest. She's divorced now. But she was like, that was the craziest feeling. Like, you don't feel like there's any type of resolve. Like, what else could I do? There's no way out. I'm married to this person. They keep doing the shit that I don't like. Like,
I could feel that. Because, yeah. I mean,
I've been there.
I've also been in a marriage, which it really wasn't because it was just, we were together to be together, like I've said before. Right. But we did get married, and it wasn't a real relationship for me and her. You know what I mean? Like, I know there wasn't real love there for either of us. We just took a step when we were kids, and we shouldn't have.
Same. I got married because he went to the military. So.
Oh, see, that's.
We didn't even have like an engagement.
Oh yeah, that sucks. But as far as my relationship, I've been pushed to the limit where I can understand once. And I look back and I was like, I was stupid for letting it get to me that far. But I do understand, and I do get where people can, if people naturally have lower tolerances for things, I understand where all that it just pushes and pushes and pushes. Yeah. But that's where I say people have their limits and stuff like that. But with her limit is nowhere. She has no limit. As soon as you do or say anything, she's off the rails.
Wow.
With Johnny, as far as I'm concerned, his limit is sky high.
Yeah.
But that bitch had a spaceship, and she just took it there.
Yeah. Some people don't know boundaries.
Right.
And they don't like boundaries because they're about to cross yours.
I feel that. I feel that. So I don't know.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to keep up with it, and I'll for sure inform you. And if y'all will me, I will for sure keep you guys informed in the case if you don't want to keep up with your own. But this, for some reason, I felt the need to stay informed with this one. And I'm not even going to say like I'm a super big Johnny Depp fan, because I'm really not. I watched the first Pirates, and that was about it. He doesn't seem to me like that type of person, and I've always pretty been good at judge of characters. So, but just watching her, like her reactions towards things. Yeah. She just looks crazy, like evil.
Yeah, I don't know. Johnny Depp been my guy since Edward Scissorhands, so
yeah,
I'm like, what the hell's going on?
This is a crazy one, and for me, it's a different experience because, like I said, I don't really pay attention to celebrity, anything that has to do with celebrities, right? But for some reason, I just feel the need to for this one, and hopefully it ends the way it's supposed to end.
And what do you think? Like, what's supposed to be the outcome of this?
So, as far as I know, he's suing her for $50 million.
Woo!
But she's also money. Yeah, but she's countersuing him for $100 million.
She's smart.
But it's like, what is your point? So as far as I know, the disrespect. So as far as I know.
Get your coins.
Right. As far as I know, his what he lost due to what she was claiming was about 150, because Disney dropped him. Another thing dropped him. The only, as far as I know, which I haven't looked into it deeply, the only place that kept him was Dior. Wow. And I don't even know what Dior is. I keep saying it's a cologne brand, but
it's a clothing. It's
clothing.
Christian Dior.
Oh, Christian. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. But, yeah, as far as I know, that's the only company that kept him after all these allegations came out. And then everyone else dropped him. Yeah.
Well, support Dior. My kids' middle names are Dior, so that's cool.
Sounds good to me.
But, no, I just feel like hopefully he's able to clear his name, because that's like the worst thing ever. And like, honestly, as a man, the only thing you have is your name. That's what you pass down. You feel me? That's what your family has.
That is, our name is big with men. It's our entire livelihood for the most part.
So that sucks for him right now.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, even, past the money, he just gets his name cleared. I've dealt with situations where, like, my baby daddy, he'd go to court and he told them I was a prostitute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck? And now people are looking at you like, they're side-eyeing you, and these people don't know you, so they're just believing whatever they hear.
Yeah, that is true. You feel me?
And then they're making a fucking decision based off of what they think of you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And what they see of you, for the most part. Because I'm not going to lie, when me and my ex were going through the whole thing, I wasn't saying anything outrageous. I was just telling them the truth. The truth happened to not be the nicest thing, but I will say I did and said what I had to do to make sure my kids were cool. But I didn't put any extras on it. Like, I'm not vindictive. I'm not gonna go out there and try to ruin her name with the courts when I know it don't really matter anyway.
And a lot of people do that.
Yeah, but at that point, they're just trying to get the other person in bad light with whoever. Like, they just want anyone they could talk to see them in a bad light.
When a person can't control you, they control the others around you.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So they start tarnishing your name. What that lady say? That people always gonna satanize your name. Then I felt every bit of that. She right.
Hey, I feel it. I'm not gonna say that it hasn't happened to me, because with my business, there's people that don't like me for whatever reason, and they go around say other stuff. But then for that every one person, I have 20, 30 that are on my side. I mean, not like I need a side, because for me it's just work, so it really don't matter here or there. But yeah, I don't know. I do hope that he gets his name cleared
for sure.
But also, it is kind of messed up, because her allegations, whether true or not, without being proved, he lost his right. You know what I mean? So Disney, like I said, Disney dropped him. And he said no matter what, he will never go work for Disney again.
I think they're jumping the gun.
They did, but now they're trying to get him back. Or I guess the reason why he was saying that he would never work for Disney again is because they reached. I assume they reached out to him and was trying to be like, oh, we're sorry and stuff like that. But
fuck y'all.
No, real shit, because Disney be on bullshit all the fucking time. But
they be politicking, and I don't like that.
Yeah, and for stuff that is none of their business in a sense. But at the same time, why do you care?
But nah, hit me up still, Disney, if y'all ever want to.
I still want to roll, but at the same time,
y'all be tripping.
You for real.
That's comedy,
man. But like I heard some people say, Disney care about the allegations and wanted to drop him for that. How much has Disney done, and how much else have they put up with and stuff like that? So
I feel like anytime people hear the word like domestic abuse, they're just so quick to be like, you feel me? Oh, bye. But it's just like, damn, wait a minute. Like, you don't even know what happened. Just because we were together, like, if I got into a fight with somebody outside on the street, they would be like, oh, no, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, why'd you fight that person? But the moment it becomes domestic abuse with my boyfriend, oh, you're such a bad person. Like, damn, it was a reason.
There do be a reason. But I guess it could be because you're supposed to love each other unconditionally and stuff like that.
Sometimes it's fuck that nigga.
But, hey.
Sometimes that nigga need his ass whooped too, because his mama didn't do right. Clearly,
I feel it. You have a different understanding, because, like I said, my relationship it shouldn't have been. I don't know if yours shouldn't have been, but yours was a different aspect. So yours was more in tune with what they're going through. So
my second relationship, but my first relationship, no, it shouldn't have been. My marriage, shouldn't have been. My second relationship,
it was more like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I understood that nigga. I understood what he went through. So at that point, then you just be like, oh man, I wish I could just beat some sense into you.
See, but then that's when you get hit back.
And that's true. And so like with Amber, I feel like she should just be happy the nigga was just calling her names and she was throwing remotes at his head. Like, girl, shut up.
I'm telling you, people just be putting stuff to the limit. But
she was crazy though.
But if you're in a relationship and you could do as you please, and there's pretty little to no repercussion to that, you're gonna do whatever you want to do.
That is true.
So
expect what you accept. No, I just feel bad for him. That's all. It's not really nothing to even talk about, because now he's suing her, right? This is about him suing her.
Yes.
For defamation.
Yes.
This is not about their divorce or nothing like that.
No.
So, hopefully he wins his case. She already told on herself that multiple this is what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did tell on himself too, and all this lying that he's doing, that's going to get him caught up.
Yeah.
Like, that's why people shouldn't lie, because it's so hard to remember what the fuck you said. You know what I'm saying? Even, I feel like they should be doing a better job as actors, and they're not even doing that. Like, I would be on the stand like, Your Honor. Like, what the fuck? But
they haven't even had a chance to talk. As from what I've got up to, they haven't talked at all.
Damn.
They haven't had it. It's all been other witnesses.
Oh wow.
and stuff like that. So it was friends. It was the sister, friend, therapist, doctor, and nurse so far. And I think somebody else, but I can't remember.
I don't know. I just feel like you shouldn't marry somebody 20 years younger than you. What
No,
the hell? What do you think she was wanting from you anyways? Like,
I don't know. I'm a real big believer in age gap. It's gross to me, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah, like he's not even fucking the same way as a 35-year-old
like,
gonna fuck.
For me, like,
Especially
okay,
after all them
I
drugs.
guess I'm biased in that sense because I am a man, and I was raised pretty much around women.
Are you a man?
I try to be. I be
We
trying.
didn't know.
Once in a while. Depends on what I'm wearing that day. But no, I'm always more so on the woman's side. So for me, a man being much older is extremely gross to me. But when a woman is much older, like when I say much older, I mean like, to me, the max, if you're, it also depends on the age too. So say
My baby daddy left me for a 19-year-old.
that's gross. So
Sorry,
okay,
y'all.
don't die.
I'm still kind of sick. I wasn't lying.
Right. So say a girl is fresh 18, right? I feel like the oldest her boyfriend or whoever should be is like 2 years older than her.
Boy, my ex was also liking my niece. My niece just turned 18, and he's, 27 at the time. He was liking her pictures and shit. And I'm like, bro, she just turned 18. Like, chill.
Besides that, she's your niece.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean
That's
as
besides the point, y'all.
That's besides. But I'm just
San
saying, like,
Bernardino little.
and it's crazy
It's
little.
too little.
But I don't think age gap should be that big when it comes to the woman being younger than the man. Like, to
Niggas
me,
like
that's
I'm
just
young. My coworker also was telling me the other day. He was like, he's 30 or something like that. He was like, yeah, I like him young and fresh and like tight. And I was like, that sounds so pedo. Like,
yeah, it's
swear.
predatory.
I swear.
And that's the only way I could see it is like you're a predator in whatever aspect you want to take it, because you're looking at a younger woman, and especially with the newer generations, they're not all there when it comes to senses, like, in a sense, you know what I mean? Like,
but niggas liking younger bitches never surprised me because I was a younger bitch. You know what I'm saying? And so like 11, 12, 13, I was telling niggas I'm 16, 17, right?
see?
And I didn't even have to tell them that. They didn't care. You know?
And
they didn't.
that's fucked up on your report.
And they was old. Actually, my first boyfriend at 12 was 18 years old. He was beating my ass though. He was a drug dealer. He was pretty cool.
That's not cool. What the hell is
Him
wrong with
beating
you?
my ass wasn't cool, but just the lifestyle. I was 12. You know what I'm saying? So like, he was cooking up crack. We was selling it to my parents. The shit was crazy. And yeah, I left him because he really was beating my ass. But he didn't give a fuck about my age. His family didn't care about my age.
Apparently, he didn't give a fuck about anything with morals.
Yeah,
because
he actually just recently died, and his family reached out to me and was like, "We're so sorry for like." I stopped going to school and everything. I moved in with him.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Yeah, fuck him. He probably deserved to die.
He died of lung cancer with no family, no nothing.
Congratulations.
I think he got what
took
he
one off the market. And that's another thing that I said with the last one. I don't give a fuck. I see things how it is. If you're a shitty person, you deserve shit. If you're a good person, you deserve good. If you're doing wrong and you're this and this, so be it. That's how I am. So y'all can hate me for that if you want. I don't really care. But at the same time, no, selling drugs is not cool. Dating a 12-year-old at 18 is not cool. Beating her up is not cool. And then at the most disrespectful part, one of the most disrespectful parts, he's selling it to your parents?
Yeah, that's how I met him.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was just my lifestyle though. So it wasn't like, oh, it was cool or not. It was better than what I was living before. You know what I'm saying? Being poor with my parents in a crack house and not making no money, and then going here being taken care of, actually being able to make money, feeling like.
And I will also...
It's a form of like provision.
I will take back some of what I said because I didn't live that life.
Right.
I did live where my dad sold stuff. My dad, like I said, he was not nice to my mom. He wasn't nice to really me or my younger siblings. Mm-hmm. But my mom and really my grandparents made sure we were cool in that aspect. Like, you know, we ate. You know, if we needed groceries and stuff like that, we did that kind of... We had that. So I wasn't worried about eating for the most part. But also, different mindsets. You grew up different.
I was outside, boy.
Yeah, and I was inside.
Right.
So I was we did grow up fairly different, kind of similar, but I guess
my life was just fast.
Yeah, both as far as I knew, my dad didn't do drugs when I was younger. But
my parents was cracked out.
Yeah, see, my mom, as far as I know, never did any kind of drugs. My dad, when I got older, I learned that he used to smoke weed, but you know, that's weed. So yeah, and I was never just really around drug users.
It's just weed.
Look, I don't like weed, but I will admit it's not a hard drug.
Right.
But it's still a drug.
Yeah, that's true. It still alters your mind.
Yeah, so but
yeah, for me, I don't know. I just like, some people have a high tolerance, like Johnny Depp.
Yes.
For the bullshit, right?
Right.
I'm gonna go through the bullshit because for me, like, I knew that old boy walked in on his dad and killed himself. You feel me? And he found his dad like that. You know what I'm saying? He been through some stuff, and so for me, I'm like, oh, I make excuses for why they're like shitty people. You feel me? And then I just look at the good things, like, oh, but we're taken care of. You know? And so,
see, I can get with that of allowing their past to make it okay. Like how they say, like, oh, like with old people, if they're racist or whatever, they're like, it was in their time. Right, you know what I mean? Right. I get that, but there's a point where you have to take accountability, and just because you were raised a certain way doesn't mean you have the liberty to act or be a certain way. But and it is another thing, like
but aren't we all just kind of, I just don't think that people change. Your character is made by the time you're 5, and you don't really deviate from that very much. And so it's like, no matter what you've been through in life, I still feel like you're gonna operate the same way.
See,
so you
and
just
I was literally just about to say that you are who you are.
Yeah.
Regardless of your upbringing, your situation, if you are a certain way as a kid, you're most likely going to be that way. If you're a fucked up kid, you're most likely going to be a fucked up adult.
Yeah.
The only time that really changes, I'm not a big believer in people changing. I think you are who you are.
Me neither. Yeah, I don't think people change.
So, but for people that claim they changed, it's always a very traumatic thing that might have happened. Like, someone died or they killed somebody. They went to jail
and now they're Muslim.
Yeah, they try to change religion.
But even that's for like dietary restriction. You just say you're Muslim because you don't want to eat certain foods.
Yeah, people claim to be whatever just for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
My girl says she's allergic to melon just because she doesn't want melons in her fruit things.
Hey, that's why that's my bestie, because I hate honeydew and what's that one, cantaloupe? Oh,
cantaloupe, yeah.
The worst.
Melons aren't really that good. Watermelon is probably the only melon, I guess. But
because we're black. That's what they're going to say.
Shit happens. Off subject. But no, I really do believe who you are is who you are.
Yeah.
Regardless of your upbringing. Like I said, with me, I just gave an example of how I am. My little brother is total opposite. We were raised, actually, he was raised a little bit better than I was, because when I was younger, my dad was always in jail. Once he was born, my dad stopped going in and out. But that could have been the difference. My dad was in his life.
Right.
So he had that influence from my dad, whether he really influenced him or not. So it is, any little situation can change dramatically, like the butterfly effect. Any little thing you do in the past can happen, change it dramatically. Movie. It's a fucked up. It's strange, but it is a good movie.
I don't know. I like psychological thrillers. But
right.
I don't know. Even with like Johnny Depp and old girl, she's so young. She's gonna get married again, and yes. I just want Johnny Depp to like sit back and then just wait to see what she's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because my last marriage, he tried to throw me under the bus for 3 years. You feel me? All these allegations. I'm this type of person. You feel me? Like, I was dangerous. I was crazy, right? And I was really going through it. And I'm like, same thing, feeling the same way Johnny Depp was feeling. Like, dang, like, why are you making me look this way in front of people? Right. And now I got to defend myself. Right. I got to go back to court and I got to tell them I'm not this way. But then, you know, he goes on and he gets married to somebody else. Well, he got married to somebody else, got divorced, and then had a baby with somebody else. So now he's with a third person. Me, the other wife, and then
you're talking about you.
My ex-husband, right?
Oh, okay.
And he's doing the same thing to her, and he's going through the exact same things with her. You feel me? So now the courts can see like, oh, it wasn't me.
Right.
It was really him. You feel me? And so Johnny Depp just need to like sit back, let old girl get married in another 5-10 years. She's only 35. You feel me? That shit's gonna end terribly, clearly, because of the type of person she is. And then everybody will see like, it was Amber Heard. It wasn't Johnny.
We see
People
that.
always do that.
We see that now, which I will say is a little bit too late because it happened. I think they were saying they got divorced in 2016.
Oh, damn.
So it is 6 years later.
Wow.
So it is a little late, but no, it's just she needs her just dues. He needs his just dues. Whether or not he gets money back or not, I mean, that's a different thing. But like you said, his name, he needs to get his name back.
That's what I'm saying. At this point, fuck that money.
Yeah, because he could make more.
Yeah.
And I think they said that he has like other businesses and stuff
But
that he
giving
runs.
your money away to somebody, like if he does lose, giving that $50 million to her or $100 million to her is like, oh, bitch.
No, yeah, that's another stepping stone. And it's like, but even then, why does she feel the need to sue him for double what he's suing her for?
Because her lawyer told her to.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants 50, you want 100.
When I tell you her lawyer, her team is just so shifty. So
she's shifty.
She
of course.
is. But so I don't know how you determine who a main lawyer is, but one of her lawyers is a dude that he sits behind her, kind of like off to the corner or whatever. Mm-hmm. He looks just like the lawyer from Big Daddy.
I don't know what that is.
The movie Big Daddy with Adam Sandler. You haven't seen it?
I don't watch TV or movies, y'all.
I'm gonna put a clip up, but you know all this stuff. So I'm gonna put a clip up. So in Big Daddy, Adam Sandler adopts a kid, right? But his real dad is Adam Sandler's friend.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer. Him and her lawyer look like the same fucking person, pretty much. Like, he looks like an actor lawyer. He doesn't look like a real lawyer. Yeah. And then the whole time he's just like kind of twitchy and moving around. He don't even button up his jacket. It's all unbuttoned the whole time. I'm like, you look real unprofessional. Her female lawyer, she's just a bitch just cause she walked up with a fucking attitude. And then Johnny's team, cool as hell. They be looking at each other, you know, reassuring each other, talking back and forth. But they're just like,
I don't know, a nigga with his shirt unbuttoned or his thing unbuttoned sound like a good talker to me though. You know what I'm saying? He
is an objector.
Yeah. That nigga sound like a salesman.
Yeah, anything they say, he's objection, hearsay, objection, leading, and it's like half the shit is not what he's objecting to, and even the judge is like, I'll allow it. So it's like half of his objections she allows. So it's like, bro, just shut the fuck up and sit down.
Yeah.
And then when it's vice versa, Johnny's team rarely objects. Only when it's,
I don't know. Necessary. You can't be too nice in court, though. And that's what I learned going through whatever I was going through, that I wasn't saying enough at first. And I wasn't telling them that he was lying enough. You feel me? I was letting him say what he was going to say and then hope that they would make the right decision.
Yeah.
That judge don't know shit about. You have to go in.
See, and that is fucked up because you knowing you're on the right side of it.
Right.
You think, oh, they're just going to do what's right. You know, they're going to do the naturally good thing. And they did. No, for 3 years. They rarely. Yeah. If anything, they always choose the bad side.
They did.
So, yeah, in your case, they did. For me, I got lucky. But
so in my case, let me tell you a little bit about what happened. I got divorced, and then I left the house for 3 days, y'all. And this man took my kids to another state, to like a few other states for 6 months, and then claimed abandonment. Came back to California and then got full custody of my kids, right? We went to court for 3 years. I was paying child support. I was fighting it because I knew it wasn't right.
Right.
You feel me? And then I kept telling the courts, like, hey, something's going on. They weren't listening. Finally, CFS took my kids away. They're the ones who investigated and said, you know, hey, she's the fit mother, whatever he was saying was lies. Everything that he was saying was what he was actually doing, right? Placed the kids with her. So now I have my kids with who I won, right? And let's get a little ham clap.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, wrong one. There you go.
But, you know, it took time, and it took for me to be vocal, but I had to learn to be vocal with CFS and not family courts, because sometimes the courts really don't care to hear what they really just go off of whoever looks best. And he looked best because he had his family, he had a lawyer, he was military, you feel me? And I'm just in there by myself.
Yeah, and chilling. They didn't care about your kids, period, because you got little black kids.
Yep. And so it was more about who had the most money, And that was really it.
Right.
It was who had the most money.
See?
And so, you know, I could have used the lawyer with the shirt unbuttoned that was a slick talker that would object to everything that he would say. You feel me? Because that would have.
See, I got lucky in that aspect because I wasn't being quiet. I will say that. I was saying what I had to say, but she got a lawyer. So it was me against the lawyer. But when I tell you,
how did she afford a lawyer?
I don't know. I never really asked. But he was a dipshit. He was a fucking idiot. So he just walked in, just fat belly out. Ugh, lawyer, we bought this and this, and just saying ridiculous things.
That's crazy.
So for one, he sent me some paper. So our first court date where he was involved, he walked in and she didn't say anything. So the whole time she had the lawyer, she didn't say not a word.
Yeah.
So he was talking for her.
Good.
Which I don't know if that's right or wrong, but so he comes in and I tell him like what I want pretty much, and I'm not even being like overly like I want them all the time. She can't say it was. Right. I want them full time. Give me full legal because I make all the decisions anyway. And then she could see him when she sees him pretty much. Right. So he comes in. We want 50-50. Because we used to do 50-50. But she lived out here. You know, she was 5 minutes away. Right. Their school was 2 minutes away. So it made sense for her. We were able to do 50-50. Then she moved far. 6 cities away. So they were like, okay, so she gets 50-50. Where are the kids going to go to school? Or how are they going to get to school? And they're like, oh, she could take them. The school starts at 8:30. You're going to have to wake them up at 5:30. You know what I mean? And they were like, no, that's inconvenience for the kids. Yeah. So they're like, no. And then he was like, okay, well, this and this, and started like saying, we want this and this. And then out of nowhere, he was like, oh, matter of fact, we sent him paperwork that we wanted, like they redid, like what I did to her, they did to me. And they were like, okay, well, the judge was like, well, do you want to resolve it now or do you want to wait for next time? And the lawyer was like, oh, well, it's pretty lengthy. I would prefer for him to get it. You get it, read over it separately and go from there. Had to wait, got the paperwork. Paperwork didn't say shit. It pretty much said everything that we already knew in the courthouse, except that she wanted 150-50, and she was making claims against my family for the reason why I wanted them full time. So she was trying to take the blame off of her and blame my family for it. Which besides that, and even then, he was spelling her name wrong. Throughout the paperwork, he spelled her name wrong. Damn. So he was just a dipshit in general. Yeah. Finally get back to court. We go into court, and they didn't want anything they asked for on the paperwork. So we waited for nothing. We walked in, and the lawyer was like, we'll settle for what the mediator said. Wow. And I was like, then what the fuck is the point of this? So it got done with right away. Damn. So I was lucky. She had a dipshit. But even then, I wasn't going to let it slide either, because the first time we went in, the judge was... I know I'm telling a lot of story right now, but I want to talk about it. So I feel my kids were in danger of substances. Okay. That's why I wanted them. The lawyer... So my ex is black. Right. I'm obviously look how I look, but not the lawyer. The judge was a black woman. Okay. As soon as we walked in, she looked at both of us and immediately was a bitch to me. Like right away. She immediately took her side, which finally, but not with me. You know, let me be my white self and get what I want. Right. So walked in, was bitch right away. What do you want? This type shit. I want my kids for this reason. Has anything happened to them? I said, as far as I know, no, nothing has happened. Okay, well, we're here for emergency, so something had to happen first. Right. So I immediately was like, you got me fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, I got so mad right away. So I told her, so you mean to tell me the only way for me to protect my kids is after they get hurt? What the fuck sense does that make? Right. And she was like, yeah, and she was like, well, this is this. I said, look, what you need to understand is I'm a real dad. I want to prevent the bad things, not bandage afterwards. Yeah. If something were to happen to them and I would have to bandage afterwards, people are going to get hurt. And that's it. Luckily, even though she was being a bitch, she immediately gave them to me, but only based off of her living too far for school. Wow. If she didn't live too far for school, she would have gave them to her. Or 50-50 again.
Damn.
So
yeah, we're going back to court because they're trying to give my kids back to my baby daddy too.
that's not good.
That shit is crazy. But that's family court versus juvenile dependency court. Family court really only cares about what looks good. They don't, like you said, they don't prevent anything from happening. And especially in San Bernardino, you've seen the case of the little boy who was getting tortured by his family, or I think it was by foster care, and people kept reporting it to CPS, and the little boy died.
The Gabriel Hernandez?
Yeah.
That was in San Bernardino?
It was in Riverside.
Oh. Yeah, he was with his mom. His mom and her boyfriend was just, yeah.
Riverside County, San Bernardino County, they all suck as far as like protecting children.
It's actually really and I'm sad. Pretty sure it's not as small as that. I would beg to differ that it's nationwide.
It's just a family court system in general.
Because they don't give a fuck. And then, like, you are right. If you have the money, you could pay for whatever you want. So, you just got to do better. Because you're not hurting the parents. You're hurting the kids. I mean, you are hurting the parents. Me. Yeah, you hurt the good parent. But at the end of the day, you're hurting the kids more than anything. Because, like you said, they could have been something different, but because of their circumstances, they're going to be what they're going to be.
Yeah. And so hopefully this is a birth control reminder.
For men, too. They got that pill now. You better start taking it.
Are you going to take it?
I thought about it. I'm not going to lie. And then take a step forward. Like I said, I've been trying to lose some weight. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to take some steroids. Fuck these balls. I don't need balls. Dang. I got my kids. I'm going to just take some steroids. Get in shape.
Steroids mess you up?
Do they mess you up?
Like fertility?
Yeah, because steroids is testosterone.
Wow.
With getting external testosterone, your body doesn't produce it anymore.
I know a fine-ass nigga that takes some steroids. He better stop. He needs to have some kids. He's fine. I'm gonna call him like, listen, you're not supposed to be doing that.
No, yeah, I know testosterone for sure, but I'm pretty sure that fucks up your fertility.
Damn.
But yeah, fuck these balls. I'll just take some steroids. I'm gonna get in shape and lose babies. Like, it's a win-win.
That's something else. Fuck them babies. Yeah, I got my tubes removed, so ain't no kids over here on this side.
She got them removed.
Gone. Goodbye. Not cut. Not
Sins
gone.
Tied. Nothing.
Gone.
Gone.
Out of here.
See,
fuck them kids.
Yeah, so I keep being told I should get a vasectomy.
Yeah.
Or however you. But I was trying to be a sperm donor.
Oh.
So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm trying to be a sperm donor. I'm gonna make some money. But they fucking denied me.
You see how Lil Ray that be running around? Do you want to like walk into that one day where you're like, wait a minute?
Well, if I know it's from a donation, then I don't care. Like, people tell me all the time when I was telling people about it, they're like, wouldn't you care to be around the... Fuck no. No. Fuck that kid.
Would you be like, what's up, bro?
No, I probably wouldn't say shit. I just walk past, like, stop looking at me.
About she want to know them. She want to check up on them.
No, fuck that. If I didn't purposely get them pregnant with who I am with, that baby's not mine. Fuck that baby.
Okay. But
at the same time, like, with that knowledge, she could go do whatever she pleases, too.
Yeah.
I suggest get rid of the motherfucker.
So let me ask you a question, because this was like brought up the other day. So if a man gets a girl pregnant, right? And then he tells her, and she's like, hey, like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, here's this Plan B money, or here's this abortion money. She take it, because girls be taking it. And then she never gets the abortion.
That's her baby.
That's her baby.
That's her baby.
Is he responsible for that?
No.
What? So when that baby grow up, like, he's not... How do you feel about her putting him on child support?
No. Because he gave his part to not have that baby.
Yeah.
So...
my friend is dealing with that right now. And this nigga, he's like, that ain't my kid. He feel the same way. He's like, bro, I told the bitch. He's like, I gave her Plan B money and abortion money.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. So, if
she's like, you're fucking up. You're a fucked up person.
If he did his steps to not have a baby... He gave rid of the baby, the rights, the everything. So at that point, she kept it knowing, especially that situation, she kept it knowing he didn't want it.
Yeah.
That's her baby. She might as well be mother and father 100% genetically, because fuck that baby. We told you to get rid of, he told her, because I haven't told anybody, but he told her to get rid of it.
I'm with him. We told you, bitch.
I'm with it. Yeah, bro. I'll shout you out if I had your info.
Boy.
No, like at that point, that's not his. He
Right,
did what he had to do to get rid of it. But I will also say, if it was reversed, so say the mom didn't want the baby, but the dad did. I know the process of having being pregnant and then having labor and all that does a number to your body.
Yeah.
So maybe if he wants the baby but the mom doesn't, if they can come to an agreement where maybe he pays for like the hospital stuff,
Right.
She could continue to give the baby. She'll just be an egg donor at that point, and then he can have the baby. Because I've also seen that where the dad wants the baby, the mom don't, and then without even talking about it, she'll go get rid of it.
Ooh, I've met some niggas in that position. They're like, that bitch killed my baby.
And me, like I've told my girl, I don't care what other people do with their body, their babies. My babies that I'm purposely having with my girlfriend are mine.
Yeah.
Don't get rid of my shit. If you don't want it, I mean, it wasn't serious, we were just talking. But if you don't want my baby, I do. You give me my baby and you could go.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
My babies, don't get rid of mine that I want. Anyone else, do as you please.
Yeah, I'm in a weird situation where my baby daddy want me, but not the damn kids.
See?
Why you have 3 of them with me then?
But that is also a big thing. People
Nigga trap me.
Yeah.
God
well, he tried, but
yeah, he tried.
Yeah,
Got a phone out of there.
People want the other person more than they try to use the kids as ploys, but don't want the kids themselves. Yeah. And that's a really fucked up situation.
Yeah,
especially
I got a baby
both
mama.
people
I don't got a baby daddy. That's gonna be him.
Who's your baby? Oh, him?
Yeah.
I was gonna call you. You're a good dad.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. Anyone that paid child support got balls.
Paid it off too. Don't owe $1. That's what I'm talking about. And I still took care of them. And that's another thing too. People need to realize, like, just because you pay child support doesn't mean that you don't buy them clothes still. Right. Or doesn't mean that you don't give them birthday presents still. Because that goes to the overhead of the house. Yes. I know I was paying that nigga's rent.
Yeah, exactly.
I paid that much to pay his rent off every month. So after that, it's like, I can't count his money. I don't know how much money he has. But all I know is my kids need some shoes from what I seen in that picture. So you do what you need to do with that money. I'm going to have to go buy them some shoes. You feel me? It doesn't stop. So, like, don't let child support, you feel me, like, knock your hustle. Like, you need to still do shit.
Right. So, yeah. But that is also, it's fucked up because the money that you give for child support is for your child. Not for the man, the boy, the girl, boyfriend, girlfriend. Money. It's groceries. As far as I'm concerned, it should be groceries, clothes.
I think you should get a debit card for child support. And you have to show receipts at the end of the month. You feel me?
Like WIC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can
to be
WIC.
able to continue that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because people's getting their hair done. He was buying Yeezys and Coach bags and shit. And my kids was in flip flops. Like, what?
Yeah. So the card shouldn't even be able to slide unless the sizes match to a child size.
Something like that. Or just like they should get that card taken away at the end of the month if those expenses are not being spent on the children.
Yeah, do it like a government program. You owe back pay. Yeah. You spending on what you're not supposed to pay.
I'm getting that back pay right now though. And it's nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And just because y'all are getting away with something, that man got away with this stuff for 3 years with me. You feel me? Lying on me. I was paying child support. It's all coming back to him. And it's all going to come back to that Amber Heard lady. It all comes back. Like, especially when you're going through court and you're involving people and now you have a paper trail. Now we're going to go back on that paper trail and see what was lies. You feel me? You might have got away with it for a little bit, but not too long.
Yeah. You gotta
keep being a real nigga and shit's going to work out for you. Like me.
Just keep it pushing.
You feel me? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I do 100% agree because I would be livid if whatever money I was giving my ex, if I gave her money, was going straight to her or her dude, or you know what I mean. Like, this is not for y'all to go out to eat. This is for my kids.
Nigga, I was hot one year. He let his ex-wife file my kids.
Yeah, I lost my shit.
And then she left him and got married to somebody else. So she's spending the money on old dude. Like, not even my kids.
Not even your ex. God damn.
She was cool though. She did reach out to me and she was like, "Hey, do you want to file your kids?" But I'm like, that's between you and old boy. That's big. That's little bro. You feel me? If you want to take his money, take his money. I don't deal with that. You feel me? I'll file them next year.
I would have told her, yeah, you keep saying you claiming, I'll claim them. That's it.
Nah, because you know that. He crazy. But you know, I still get all my money back regardless. You feel me? So I knew that at the end of the day, you be a real nigga, shit gonna work out. Period.
That should be crazy to me when people claim kids that aren't theirs.
That's why they be having these long ass waits and audits and stuff for filing your taxes, because people want to do stupid shit like that.
Man.
Yeah. Then the nigga played himself out of position though. She took the money and got on anyways. So
that's what I'm saying. But like with people deserve what people get what they deserve.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen all the time.
It doesn't.
But when it does, it is so sweet.
It happens for me though.
That's good.
Because I'm a child of God. You feel me? So I'm gonna let him handle it for me.
Okay.
He's like, whatever, shut up. I'm serious.
That's cool. I mean, I don't doubt you and my girl was trying to get me to go to church and I was not feeling it. I don't no. I don't fuck with church. I could believe in God all day. Pray to him, all that. Going to church is not my deal.
Just go to church with me one day. To my church.
I don't like Christian churches.
It's not a Christian church. It's a non-denominational church.
That don't mean nothing to me. What is that?
It's so non-denominational means anybody, Baptist, Christian, Catholic, anybody can go there because it's a teaching church. They're just going to teach you about what the Bible says, how to apply it to your life, but they're not telling you, oh, you need to wear this, or you need to, they're not calling you up there to pray for you and you're falling out. It's none of that. It's literally, you're going to learn the Bible.
That's better than Christian and Catholic churches.
Yeah, it's a really cool church.
Like I still can't do it though. It's creepy. It creeps me out.
Abundant Living Family Church, that's my church. Check it out online too. Maybe you can watch it online one day first.
Eventually I'm gonna have to, because she's gonna make me.
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
I promise you, it's not one of the environments. Like, I used to feel like that until I went to this church. I used to be like, especially everything I went through in life, I used to think that God just forgot me.
Right.
Like, I'm like, bro,
being judged and all that.
There's no way that, like, you know what I'm saying, that there's a God and my life is the way my life is. I felt like that my whole life. I mean, for the first 7 years, from being born to 7 years old, I was homeless.
Right.
Like, sleeping on the streets on corners with my dad and shit. Like, bad life, you feel me? And so it took for me to go to that church and be like, wow. Like, the pastor, he had stage 4 cancer. Mm-hmm. Stage 4, and he was still preaching. This man has built this church from his room like this into a huge, he has like 3 campuses now. Just, he's cool. Like, just faith and morals. Cool. It's morals.
Yeah. I was about to say, as long as it's not that judgment shit.
No, it's not. He go to church. The pastor be up there in jeans and Jordans. Like,
cool. Is he cool. What? Is
He's Mexican.
He Mexican?
Mm-hmm. He cool though. Like, it's a cool church, honestly. But anyways, that's besides the point.
Right.
Believe in Jesus, y'all.
We promised, and we're going to talk about religion and beliefs, because I do have my own beliefs,
right,
that I do want to discuss.
Yeah, that could be the next episode.
It's kind of way out there, but I will also give a disclaimer. I'm very fucking upset because I've been thinking this way for a long time before I've heard of anybody talk about it.
Okay.
But since I said we're gonna talk about religion on that last one, mm-hmm. like maybe a couple days later, I seen someone on TikTok talking about pretty much what I believe, and I was like, you bitch.
Well, I
wanted to say this first.
I feel like, you know how they say in school that there's never a dumb question,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So if you're thinking something, somebody else is thinking something too,
right?
So
but I wanted to say it first. I wanted to be on record saying it first.
He wanted to patent his own.
Yes, that way when the cult is made, I'm the leader of the cult.
I'm obsessed. Maybe that's why I've been every religion. I've been Jehovah's Witness, Muslim, Catholic, Christian, Mormon. I've been a lot of things because I'm interested in the cult aspect of it.
So you trying to start some shit?
Yeah, no, but that shit is so dope though. Like, for real, like just how people are brainwashed. It's the process of being in a cult that I think is crazy. That's
a topic for another. We could start and make this a 3-hour long, but I do want to talk about that.
But we can't, because I gotta go film.
Yeah, we gotta go do some other stuff. Well, she gotta go do. I gotta stay here.
I'm famous now, y'all. I'm an actress now. Period.
No name drops today.
None.
Soon a name drop may happen, but for now, no.
Things are just in the works.
Sounds good. But no, we will get in that conversation. I do want your ins and outs, and I want to give mine, because like I said, any cults being made, I want credit.
I feel it. Yeah. What are you gonna call it?
It gotta have empire, you know that.
Maybe this is the beginning of it already.
Right.
Wow, this is gonna be like the learning videos.
Empire's Galaxy. I don't know, some crazy shit.
He said this is like a Scientology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Galaxy has to do with some of my beliefs, so you know that's
Oh,
a taste of what I'm talking about.
We're all just living in the galaxy, huh? In your galaxy.
It gets deep. It gets real
I can't
deep.
wait.
It's gonna be a 30-minute of just me talking for a while, so you're
right.
gonna sit there and listen. But no,
That's hard for me to do, as y'all can see.
I know we're gonna get to it though. So this was another episode of Empire Talks. I appreciate you guys coming, listening, watching, and liking, subscribing, commenting, all the things that you need to do to get us out there.
Yes.
We appreciate it, and we are happy to have you back and not leaving ever again.
Gang, gang. Hopefully
gang.
they don't ever replace me again.
It wasn't a replacement.
That's okay. I was a little salty about it, but it's
Yeah,
all right.
it's fine. He was supposed to be here today, but he was bullshitting. So one thing you're gonna learn about me: you bullshit too much, shit's gonna get done without you.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, because I don't like the bullshits. But again, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you feeling. We will see you next time. Hopefully, we'll get another one out within this week.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
As long as I'm feeling good, looking good, living better.
I feel that. Let me see. Which one is this? C. Peace. Have a good one, y'all.